and I want to remind you that this is about families. It's about families who have been at 27 years. It's about other families who have been at between 40 and 50 years for some sort of truth and some sort of justice. And what we are dealing with here is a failure of the PSNI, despite what the Chief Constable says, a failure of the PSNI to produce information which was necessary for those families to receive that, and it's now postponed after 27 years, and demoralise the families, and I'm using their terms, as demoralise the families yet again. And that is the core of the issues that we're talking about here. Now, we got an explanation of that today, so I have to say that after coming out of that meeting, and it pains me to say it, my problem is that I don't think that we're in a position where we could say that that will not happen again. In fact, I'm very afraid that it will happen again, and that's the difficulty here. What needs to be done with the legacy issues, with all the documentation, is that it needs to be taken away from the PSNI. And on one thing I agree with the Chief Constable, that the structures, the legacy structures should be set up so that there is an ability for an investigative process through the HIU, through those issues that were agreed by all the parties, for that to take over from the PSNI, because it is affecting every single aspect of the PSNI, not only legacy, but having an effect on their confidence and the confidence in people looking at them, even when dealing with the present and future issues. It is actually the British government who are at the core of not implementing the consultation has already taken place. There was some talk about another consultation. We have said very, very clearly there should be no other consultation. Bring out the legislation, set up the structures, and let us move away from this and take the PSNI away from having to deal with this every other day when yet another piece of information goes missing or fails to be produced. This is not an isolated incident, which is the depth of the problem that we're dealing with. This needs to be taken off the PSNI, and the structures need to be set up.